Beloved, today is another day the Lord has made for you and I know you are fine. I'm also fine. My name is Emmanuel Amwako, and I'm a medical media personality passionate about health advocacy. My name is watch me videos paper. Some are about the kidney, prostate enlargement, and other things. And today I come your way with another episode of exciting medical health awareness, and it's basically about typhoid fever. Typhoid fever cause and a lot of places, and I would love us to learn something small about it. A lot of people mistake typhoid with malaria, and I would want you to know, say typhoid symptoms and malaria symptoms are almost similar, but they are two different diseases, because malaria is caused by a protozoa, which is the female Anopheles mosquito, and typhoid is caused by a bacteria, which is the Salmonella typhi organism. Now, there are two types of typhoid bacteria, which is the Salmonella typhi, and that causes typhoid fever. Then we have Salmonella paratyphi, which is paratyphi A, B, or C, that causes paratyphi fever. They are almost the same, but because of academic discourse, that is when we can delve deep, but not now. Now, a lot of people mistake typhoid with malaria because the signs and symptoms are intertwined. Salmonella typhi, that causes typhoid fever, mostly crown a day and a deba. Typhoid fever is acquired through the ingestion of contaminated food, contaminated water, or close contact with somebody who has this typhoid organism, which is the Salmonella typhi organism or bacteria. There be a typhoid fever a fecal aura. Fecal aura say fecal, sebe toilet and a janine, then aura, your mouth, vocal cavity. It to me obi obenya typhoid fever bia based on me lecturer or chairman there. May his soul rest in perfect peace, Professor Frimpong, who was a pathologist. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Our chairman pathology, and he taught me a lot about typhoid fever. Oka chairman say obi obenya typhoid fever bia na chese sebi wadi obi janine, and I say wadi obi toilet. Meaning say ontima, but as I explain further, you would understand me. Typhoid fever no ansa na obi benya no sebe na wanya afiri obi a wo typhoid fever ni bi a wajane nan na ajanan no akọ aduane ensuo mu anase ekwan bi anipa no fa so enyaaye through say odi ade na konimu. It is ye hwe video yi a obi a wadi ajanan bibi a ajanan efra wo hwe say the video yi si koya obi hu say ade na konimu ade no ko mu efa ominimu ana ko yam na akɔye adwuma bi wo yam a hwɛ organism no na fi akonsuno mu, then finally express through your bloodstream umujam. Na ekwanya typhoid fever efa so ebanie. When we say in Africa, most of the African countries, we don't have a proper disposal of our waste, especially ye janai, ye two a janai, na ye two a janai one. Mostly baby a ye two man who say a janino ye flashy and nina nkonko gumno ye timimpo tu ensuo na akwako ben a janino. We know say ensuo any a janani na from nemum ensuo etimi train a janani free ni man ho ni mwana ababe friends you know it uko sasa ensuo ni bina onoma ubetimi nya typhoid ai unima me catch. Number 2, baby a ye kwhwie ye janan guno. Baby a kwhwie ye janan guno. Meaning say I am in Ashanti region, Kumasi ha, baby kushi a janaguni is around a Tonsu side or baby. Sa baby a you share a janagui. Sa biayano, a yana insu be beho, a janai beat me ya ma broso. Na atania na koko gusa nsuo nketenketemu said ye obi born nyom na nyom me hyede nim to ye, but enyom no menim se oboba je adofo se pabobo ne boya o se nsuo yi setne ko baabi o manfo bu na nsuo won ha na chese nsuo bi bo nsuo bi na nsuo abo nsuo bi enti sa agana ya kohwiegu baabi yema na ebu ana ekoko hwiegu nsuo bi mu a nsuo no so ko baabi ma baabi fo so ekokosa no. Just imagine, they are liable of having or being infected with this typhoid fever. I feel so. Your oncophobia or mukokosa baby a yehwie agyanan agu ni nsuo ni bi na omode water no ba ye omaduadua sa no ba ye just imagine vegetables it is a carrot, cabbage, lettuce, ne sa green pepper mo wo kokoto bi na udia. What do you think will happen? Definitely salmonella typhi organism ni bi ni nsuo kra na ye de akọ water enuaba isu ntu dia obenya bi. Enti a lot of people who eat fruit raw enya typhoid bebre omunya typhoid bebre. One thing and also spread a lot of typhoid the eating of meat raw. You will baby omudi enam omowe nam mono like omowe enam ne mono without cooking omu cookie and so mo so ma enam ne mene and also the typhoid ba ena egg omumudi egg obi o ha onno kosua ne ma ne ben yie and also ebetimi the typhoid aba enkosua ni bi o kra ne formation said the kosua ni si form ye no na anform ye obi on so na wa bokosua ne raw or na onom and also nhwehwemu miemu se and also ebetimi the typhoid aba and afin so obi o ha wanya typhoid fever ni bi no na ebiane a oye ne sebi agyanan bi akofra na enemo de ye bi te se cutlery set and say utensils no te say fork and knife money saucepans any cauldron or the ye nnuane ni nyina etunu sutimi spread the typhoid. Now food vendors wow timu say wache ye de na so hwe gata esi ho wo de hwe gata na wache ni si ho obi ehwie ne toilet agu ne fie gata bi mu na atene ana ababe gu gata nim gata ne champion so na wache ni wo gata ne champion so na gobe ni wo gata ne champion so na fried rice ni wo gata ne champion so na jollof ni wo aduane ye de but facility na say locality na ye no aduane no gata wo ho a agyanan ye hwie bi aguma efamu ba. And once they see so na or the cook will see aduane so pe and I said they all handle aduane now or no crown so team spread it. That is why Ministry of Health and the local government agencies omode and she be about more tonton and no koyo mo test now we need time for that, then they give you a certificate. Now why will be so they treat you because ye did a lot of typhoid spread air cause be bre ye enuane ye turn bonti because of food vendors and kwanche enuane restaurants. And it can also be from the manufacturers. Obi ohanu wenya typhoid nibi or call private of company hono na obi so call private or buy no sebi wa honro nsa or honro nsa pa wa honro nsa with soap na wababe handle enuane na omoba be ye no na obi so abeto na wadi. So these are some of the things that spread typhoid kunipa bebre na it is causing a lot of people health depreciations. That is why today I want us to learn something about it. Now yenhwe signs and symptoms no amount typhoid mostly they mistake it with malaria until they go to the hospital for laboratory investigations to be run before say you betimi isolate say no, this is malaria caused by the female anopheles mosquito, which is a protozoa, or this is salmonella typhi organism that causes typhoid fever. I know there a bacteria difference a wumu kakra ni malaria no unya ohun ye hye unya high temperature, but malaria no ohun ye hye na adwo so there is a fluctuating in your temperature. But with the typhoid fever, or temperature it keeps on rising to say the LPA no, it keeps on rising to around 104 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll convert it about 40 degrees Celsius. Lest I forget, I dear back spread a lot of typhoid milk. A month for no milk raw milk na make kan nkyere say wakoto kan milk na wanom ne raw no ye onkofobia omotwe milk ni free aboa na oye milk no ebia na ntwia na aboa kora na omotwe milk ni no manom ne raw the typhoid bebreba amanfo so omanom milk kora na ya pasteurize no omonom milk na ansa the milk ne koshe fridge ebia 4-5 days no masa akwakoyiano. It is causing a lot of typhoid because milk now dey see one milk ne be buri, it will ferment na produce this salmonella typhi organism and a bacteria now konoma into a lot of milk, egg, raw meat, any sanya man any food vendors are or good environment and sebe baby insuo. I want us to watch this video. Na mebo yenua be me Salafia TV. Ne ho ena me fa video Salafia TV. Wherever you are, God bless you so much. Me mo baby crowding. Yenhwe insuo yi. Insuo yi insuo bi nipa esanom. Sebe yenhwe emo agyanan because emo ya so spread it. Typhoid fever to send them chim proconia diade or majana mono or mutiminya and moano into a mujamana cogunsuma yen share in a janai na janane tena consume a month for Cosebia cinema a month for be a Cosebi annuadiane a month for a Cosebina or man nom. So what do you think will happen? That is why we always advocate and say a lot of people should have potable water so that typhoid fever can be a thing of the past. But Africa, dear, there isn't any way a typhoid bit me free had because I had the potable water that make us say obi kura pipe. I want to say or pipe on the fee. Na pipe any baby a pipe. Na ajanan bi obi man ho ajanan na no so apai na etene ya na akwakogu ne pipe na apai nim na famua no so waba bebu onu de ne fie no onim se onu de owo pipe oni fie not knowing say obi pipe asebe or flashing the toilet akopai and ono so ne de pipe ne ba bi akopai na akwakohwiagum and ono so nya eno na cause a lot of this typhoid ebi mo so timito ensuo whether sachet water na say bottle water or the besi hwa manache na mu aye trotro and before can say me say ensuo chere to mu eyihwa esa ebrudi a lot of this typhoid organism and say salmonella typhi a wonuma eno so ebem wonya typhoid intimate about signs and symptoms ni so biem no these are the signs and symptoms of typhoid fever. Ubenya high fever, to say the medical canon, which is around 40 degrees Celsius and 104 degree Fahrenheit. Ubenya chills, ayana award deal, loss of appetite, now we're number 2. Uben when your stomach pain, abdominal pain, severe one. Your wadi be friend the rose spot rash. Uben say wafuso say na so as a rash be able so red. I told them so obebowa cough, muzzle ache. Now hunam nina etutu now ya severe headache. Utibe ye severe headache, nausea and vomiting or fate now bonso from and a diarrhea or constipation. Either say we yambe she and I say we yambe team. It is a mishe and century boboswa a very close to malaria and winter America say unyan century mu bia go to the hospital, let them check momon test no mus a malaria no malaria treatment because malaria treatment cannot treat typhoid. And a typhoid treatment so cannot treat malaria. It's only a mobile call na omun check na omun treat you so that you will be okay. Ye won't cophobia so me asymptomatic nature say omanya typhoid fever ni bi but omun show any signs or symptoms bia adebisi e America e me no cry ye the two nipa ni din lady who was called Typhoid Mary. She was in USA with typhoid fever. One experience it and I say why exhibit any of these signs and symptoms. Say I'm a boy suida. No we jumum we jan and 9. Now man for so I could use the same washroom. A be more raw monsa or near man for didi a be or cook jan and 9 on running sa with soup. Now near man for didi. And mumu say what typhoid number almost all the people she worked with in the company. And no more taking a sample. That was when they realized what typhoid fever be. But because she wasn't exhibiting any signs and symptoms, no, and nama among for be and so some people are asymptomatic. It's in a while I was a medical checkup. Say typhoid kunipa be because some people mistake it for malaria. It will move hospital no ma taking malaria drug na nema signs and symptoms ya ba from kakra but by the time they realize no na akwa chire na akwa complicated complications no ebini typhoid fever metati asembi obi ko hospital say doctor me typhoid na saba me pa chow typhoid fever anya kwankro yare it is treatable and it is curable. Typhoid fever is treatable and curable unless about 5% pen any treatable curable. These are quite complicated cra into typhoid fever now call hospital near mouth treatment typhoid fever treatment no ewo ye treat you ya ni nyina beko. It is also nya reoccurred typhoid and I say either say one konu nsuo boni bia typhoid muani bi wom wakodi aduane bi a typhoid muani bi wom ana se wakodi aduane bi a obi agya nan akofra ma me kan sa na temase enti enka se me typhoid na sa aba omu treat ma ne koi ana se o man treat ni yie na se ekoi no so wakodi bibi foforo a muani bi sa wom e na ama na sa aba. So these are the complications. Ubenya intestinal perforation say typhoid mo ne bebo bo nsunu mu tokro na u bleed gu mu intestinal perforation bebo bo nsunu mu tokro na u bleed intestinal perforation and hemorrhage na u bleed obi nsu benya gastrointestinal hemorrhage say the maka no be bleed obi nsu benya hepatitis say inflammation of the liver e mo na nam so mo na mo mogya ni to mutimi ko liver because liver obrebo no ene noa na sone moja no so kakra ombe se liver na ma liver na hono na efra na hepatitis omo betimi nso amonya anemia chese umoja awe because emwane be wiwi umoja nyina na umoja nyina asa ubenya anemia. You can also have myocarditis ne chese say myomicturium na ya common finfin na eboa muscles na pompe moja no ebe hono na ma koma na hono na ma wanya problem with your heart. You can also have meningitis. You can say meningitis and meninges a covering. I say let the beer a cover ya adwene your spinal cord no. It is some more ya to me cause na sa cover and I say let the na hono and no na de meningitis ebeba. And these are some of the complications of typhoid fever. Maka we nyina na se manka e kwan e befa so e betwe ho fi typhoid fever. Wana say I did more harm than good to you. Eti e kwan e befa so e betwe ho fi typhoid fever huni. 1, yentrasi ye bedi fie aduane more. Yentrasi ye bedi fie aduane more. Number 2, abonte aduane no yentwe ho firi ho. Ukota abonte aduane so a environment no na nipa kro na oton aduane na kasa hwe ne ho na hwe ansa na wato aduane no aduane bi o de pounds ba bi esi no udi ekira obeyare afi so restaurants food vendors any manufacturers are mo ye enema ye di no mo make sure say omo be screening omo na obi e typhoid fever ni bi o ma yi na firi na omo treat no ansa na nipa na sa ba ye adwuma no afi so e ma ye normal ka yen skimi ana se yen pasteurize ana se yen no amane en bin ye normal konso na ansa ye pa ye hwie ngu emien fan ko hye fridge mu ema ne kofa problem mbreye enam so ye no nam ni ye emien nwe enam so mono me ka na mono nyese na mono se ebia beef like enam mono na oye no ye ntoto ye nye ne hwe na orwe ne sa mesemo mom ye no nam ni ye kosua so mom ye ndi kosua ni ye di ye ndi ni ye wo di ono ana ochi kosua na wantimi ndi utimi di siwo na ade a chene wadi ni nyina ebetimi di problem aba afei so. Let's do regular medical checkups. Let's do regular medical checkups. And na baby ye hwe ye jana ngunu. Enu ne hia me ye. Mumme ye make sure say ye be kora ne ye. Pipe ni ade embembe ho. Emu bia nso nkotu nsuo, efom nsuo a ye kan abura na emu bia nkotu bi emben toilet bia because ebetimi atwen. Yeko ajanan so na ye free so a yemfa semina hohoro yense yie ye maame no mo ton enema wa bonten so mo handle ska mo hohoro mo sansa na mo bedidi a mo de aduane na koma no na vegetables any fruit mesra mo mo me hohoro hu ye wo betimi e de vinegar ahohoro ho anase wo be hyenkyene nsuo nimpodi ana me penkyene abobade ni bi mani twam nafa vegetables na se fruit ni gum manenche na oye ne sa dehydrate all these bacteria and one of the typhoid ba no enkyini so ni be twe omumu nsuo ni nyina na kun mu nyina ye hohoro hu nye na ye mtwe ye ho emfiri sa nema ya mabobo so nyina because typhoid si the AC kunipa na si the AC ha adwena ne ya nhwe ya typhoid ebe twinipa bebre afiri atiase fasa asi so abra na omubo ade nyankopon onto ne sanfrom enti so nsa kan video ya send him obi no so ensankabi. My name has always remained the same. Emmanuel Amwakon, medical media personality, passionate about health advocacy. Ope any nchiremu bia obetime friend number ya at the screen so and I'll come to your aid. Till we meet again, share this video and let this video get to wherever every Tom, Dick and Harry who lives on this earth is. Thank you.